So I got some scratches on my boat that and a couple of chips. Decided to try to go ahead and try to find the color and color match it. And so I wanted to, I just started doing it, and then I thought, man, I need to do a video on this. So there was a scratch that you can see went down it, and I tried to kind of, fix it, which it did. They were pretty deep, but some of the color that I got, and I'll mix them up, is not quite the right color, but this will buff out, and then, what I mean, from a long distance away you really won't be able to see it. But I had a couple other chips that are back here on the transom, so I went ahead and filled it with this, and I'm going to sand it down and put some tape around this area, and I'm going to sand this down. And I had one here too, and I still got to build this back up a little bit. I think once I sand it down, then I'm going to use like a fishing tackle box. They, how they got the plastic dividers. I think the best way to do it is maybe have a plastic divider and just kind of take in that gel coat, and I can smooth it off and flatten it out. But they were just little chips, and I mean, it's not going to color match perfect so I can find some better flake to put in there, but that matches this flake. This is just slightly a little bigger flake, and almost, it's still burgundy, but it's the color's a little off, and I'm sure this is faded some, so I might do this, and just I'll use my polisher. So I got some pictures of what this looked like before, and I'm gonna put them in the video so you can see what they look like before I did this. But basically there's black laminate, and so I filled it with black first, and then let that set up for a little while, put some flake and clear together, this red flake, and then I just painted it on with a really small, like a artist paintbrush, really small ones. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna sand this out a little better. I've got some 2000 grit sandpaper, and I started with 1000, just over these areas really, and so then I went to 1500, and I did do it with 2000, but I think I'm gonna kind of do it again, but I'll just wet it down and just try to make this more smooth. Pretty simple. So anyway, and then just wet it again, get all that off of there, kind of. And I got a terry cloth, and we'll just wipe it down good. So next, I'll just put a little compound on my thing, and I'll buff that out. So I got my little buffer thing, and it's alright if it's a little wet. Oh, probably shake this up good first. You just put a few drops on your thing, you won't splatter it everywhere. Should be all I need. And then I'm just gonna smear it on. And I'm gonna go pretty low setting. I hate these stupid bonnets. I gotta get me some better bonnets. It's brand new, it's flying all over the place. Anyway, that should do it. Let's see how that compound just goes everywhere. Yeah, you don't want to burn the gel coat or anything. I'm just going to wipe all this off. So I kind of sprayed and wiped it off. And then next I'll take my bonnet off. Yeah. And then I got my foam. I'm going to do the same thing with the wax. Just put a little on here. Same thing. I should probably shake this up. Okay, so what I have is I bought a kit. This came from Polymer Planet. It was on eBay. And there's 3 packages in there. You got clear gel and the hardener. So you only need a few drops of that per little thing. So it's like, I think they said, I don't know, 4 drops for, I put in a little extra, so I put, like, I made up a little batch. I put 4 drops of hardener. They give you some stir sticks, some toothpicks, and this is the, they call it Cabicel. Alright, so, sorry, I got a phone call. So anyway, it comes stir sticks and some of these toothpicks, and I think they call this Cabicel. I'm probably wrong about that, but it's like, it's fibers. So it's, you know, it's fiberglass fibers. You can mix in and make your patch stronger. And then it came with, was it 6 different colors? You want to match colors. And so like on that one, I put some black, and then I added a little clear and a little hardener, and then I filled in those chips, and then I'll mix up the clear and the metal flake, and I got this on eBay as well, which, like I said, is not really the right color. So, you know, the flake is just a little bit too big, seems like. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of that. Anyway, you know, it'll look better than it did, but it's not perfect. So maybe this is my first go around with it, and you know, that it is what it is. So, you know, if I could, I guess even if you got the right flake, it would look better, certainly. But I don't know if it would exactly match the color. I think you'd probably be pretty tough. I could try to mix up some color, but you know, you can tell on the gel coat that it doesn't have any color in it. It's clear with this metal flake. That's what gives the color. I applied some tape. Now I'm gonna sand this, and if you look, see how I overlapped it? That way it'll feather in better. And I applied the tape underneath, and I'll show. And then I'm gonna sand this down, and then I'm gonna try to build this back up so it's flush. And I'll use one of my inserts for my fishing tackle box to maybe scrape it down with that when I make some more gel. So let me try that and see how it goes. Alright, I hit it pretty good with like 150 grit, because it was it's actually not bad. I thought it would be some pitting in it, but now I got 1,000 grit. Smooth it over pretty good. Not perfect, but it's filled. Now I'll take some 1,500 grit, and then I'll do 2,000, and then polish that out.
Too much on there.
I use pure wax, straight wax. Well, there it is, I suppose. We'll probably work on it some more. Some scratches, can't get rid of that. Anyway, Chris caught him up one.
Whoop, whoop. One to go.
Well, hey, now, you know, you didn't get skunked.
That's right. However, this guy really ate this guy.
Use your pliers.
I used to hear 'em talking the story.